Click.
All right.
Alrighty. Alright, welcome to the PSBS, as the PlayStation Bull Session podcast. And this is E3 week, if you don't know.
Yes, it is E3 week. It is time to assess some of the key conferences of E3. We're not going to go over all of them, but we're going to assess how it was. And tonight was the very first one, so officially E3 kicked off today.
Yep.
With Bethesda, they displayed some games
Mm-hmm.
and some probably upcoming things that might be coming later. And yeah, we're of course there was the show stealer Fallout 4, which everybody has seen probably already by the time you listen to this. So we're probably just gonna go over just kind of somewhat in order of how things went before the big one.
The big one.
So
Yeah.
In the fashion that we kind of maybe expected Bethesda to have was officially unveiled Doom gameplay, which looked very good. I was very impressed how Engine 6 looked and the gameplay and everything. And I know maybe there might be some criticism on the difficulty on the game, but considering it's a demo, usually they always put the game on God mode during these. So to anyone that thinks maybe the game is too easy, you gotta also have that mindset that it's a demo. You can't have the game on hard. Mm-hmm. And I assure you, to people out there, that I think, given Doom's history, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty difficult on like the hardest difficulty.
Oh yeah, there'll be like a nightmare mode or something.
Yeah, and that sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, what did you take away from the Doom demo? I mean, it was pretty long.
Yeah, I mean they opened that show, did a straight demo of that for a really long demo.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
Going into that, showing you a lot of it, basically showing you all the weapons in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, I mean, yeah, like you said, this is just an E3 demo, so like you said, when you play the actual game, the difficulty will be different, and who knows, that level probably won't even be in the game because like every weapon was like in one spot, so it's kind of like like look, here's all the weapons,
Maybe you are at that point in the game where you have those weapons, but maybe that isn't so. We don't know.
Yeah, like I said, this is probably for the demo, and but I mean, it looks great. It's definitely got the fast pace mechanic that they wanted it. They wanted it to be
that's the key thing.
A fast paced first person shooter.
Because that's the key thing here with the difference between what Machine Games is doing with Wolfenstein and what it is doing with Doom is that Wolfenstein is a very classic style game, both Doom and Wolfenstein, but what Doom is designed to be more fast and quick and like even more classic than Wolfenstein, and that's what's even more exciting about Doom is that you're going to have that fast-paced gameplay, and then once you have the multiplayer in there too, which is also going to be very exciting, just as much as the campaign, is that you're going to have that kind of classic kind of style of multiplayer that has kind of been lost, at least in the console space of games right now. So that's exciting, and also the little create mode.
Yes, there's a level creator or whatever,
which looks very extensive. I don't think I would use it, but I'm excited to see what others will come up with. I'm sure people will come up with insane stuff there, so definitely unlimited content there, which is great.
Yeah, it reminds me of a mix of like Little Big Planet where you can like make adjustments and stuff, and like Infamous 2's mission mode.
Well, and then you also have to consider it heavily influences from Halo Forge. The Forge from Halo.
Thing too.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, you also have to take into consideration once we talk about Fallout 4 in a minute, we'll see how it takes things from other modern games into it. But Doom looked great. The lighting was fantastic. It was nice to see the step up of the engine, and I even remember like one of the employees had stated, this is going to look 3 times as prettier than Rage. Now, Rage was a game that I didn't really like a whole lot, but it sure did look good.
Oh, yes. Rage looked so
good. Doom is supposed to be a game that looks 3 times as good.
Yeah.
And it certainly did. I mean, it's still a work in progress, but like the lighting was fantastic. It's definitely a step up from what we've seen in Engine 5 with Wolfenstein and other games that maybe have supported the engine. So it looks great on that hand.
I mean, that's what they always stress with this new Doom is that it was going to be, one of the most graphically advanced games to come out on the consoles.
Yeah.
And they said it's going to be 60 frames per second, so nobody freak out over that. You got that locked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to say locked like lock 60 frames per second.
Maybe we don't
but,
know that yet until maybe.
Yeah.
We assure probably it is. I mean, Wolfenstein is, so,
Yeah. Yeah. And, I mean, we'll see how it all goes down. And, yeah, they didn't give a release date, but they said the release window is spring 2016.
Which is great because I'm very happy. The first half of 2016 is looking amazing. First quarter of 2016 is looking great. So,
yeah, they didn't mention the beta though, but that should
probably
happen.
That's a casualty. Yeah, no beta. None of that beta is like here right now business, but that's okay. We'll probably maybe get a beta later in the fall, possibly maybe after Fallout 4's release, maybe. So that's okay. I mean, yeah, I was excited for it too, and I'm entitled to get that beta soon. But it's definitely going to be real soon. It's like how long you had to wait for the Elder Scrolls Online beta on PlayStation.
Over a year.
So this is how long I'm waiting for a Doom beta. I'll be very happy to play it, and who knows if the Doom beta will possibly have those map create tools in there. So you never know if it might.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah, I'm
about to say it could possibly be two different betas. Like maybe they just did a multiplayer beta, maybe did the map beta, where it's like, hey, try the map creator.
Yeah, get the creation tools. That would be fitting. So as much as maybe we're not probably going to talk about Doom, but that's just the way that Doom is. I mean, not much to say. Looks gruesome in a cartoonish kind of way, over the top way. So people don't freak out about the violence in the game. I mean, it's pretty like surreal. It's fantasy. It's not like it doesn't portray it really realistically. So it's not that big of a deal for anyone concerned about tearing guys in half and the chainsaws and everything.
I mean, you're fighting monsters.
Yeah, you're fighting monsters. I mean, maybe you might fight people. I don't know. I doubt it, but. It is what it is. I mean, yeah, sure. If maybe you're like a little sensitive to like blood and guts and gore and all that stuff, then you're kind of watching the wrong conference, because Fallout 4 is also the same deal, because Fallout 4 is just as violent. But
but one thing, I guess Doom's never really been about that. But one thing I was kind of wondering as I was watching the demo was, if there's going to be kind of more of a horror element to it. I mean, obviously there's monsters in there, but it's not meant to scare you because you're just running and gunning.
Yes, and that's the very nature of that demo. Although, because maybe when you play it on hard difficulty, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I want to get away from these monsters a little bit." If you play it on hard, I would take it that's probably the nature of the demo. I think it probably will still have that essence there. It might be a straight up action game. Which is fine, because maybe that's what really Doom is. But I would like that element to be there. Really differentiate itself a little bit. So maybe that might be there. Maybe once we see more of the game.
Yeah, because I love me, I love my horror games.
Yeah, and it'll be a great addition, especially in the first person space.
Mm-hmm. It's just the thing is, the reason I think they might not embrace a horror element is because that's kind of what they were doing with Doom 3, and no one liked Doom 3.
Yeah, they didn't like those elements. People didn't.
Because Doom 3 was a slow pace, kind of like trying to be like a horror shooter type thing, and that didn't go over well with the fans.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably won't be there for the most part. It'll probably be just straight action for this one, Doom. Yeah, because not Doom 4, it's Doom.
Yes, it's Doom.
So this is like our reboot, I guess you can say.
Yeah. And it's looking fantastic, coming all to current gen consoles and PC. Yep. So no last gen, which is great. And we'll probably hear more about it in the coming months. I know that was probably a brief talk about Doom, but it is what it is. I mean, it looked great. We're excited to see more later on. And then on to what they talked about next was some. Oh my gosh! Do you have that on the list here before? I already escaped.
Battle?
Yeah, not Battleborn.
Battle Cry.
Battle Cry.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's even a console game.
No, I take it. It's on PC.
I think it's just a PC, so we can kind of skip that because it's not.
Yeah, really it's not really for us. It maybe could possibly come to PlayStation in the future or even Xbox One. But as of right now, they're really just like beta testing it at the moment, and I don't know. I mean, I don't really have an interest for it. Not a lot of people did, and it was really quick, and it's what it is. And now let's go to Elder Scrolls Online, which is.
Oh yeah, because that's what we kind of joke like,
yes.
oh, we're going to see that.
I was like, yep, the meme came true. Todd Howard comes on stage and it's Elder Scrolls Online. But no, it wasn't him that introduced it. But they talked about recently Elder Scrolls Online came to consoles, and even though it had its rocky start, but it started back up again. It's fine now, and people are enjoying it, and basically it's them saying yes, we are going to support the game after it releases. So that's great.
Yeah,
and
we're not even allowed. We're not even allowed to be at E3. We have to stay in our office and work.
Yeah, that's what they basically said. Which is fine. I mean, they really got to get a work in on supporting Elder Scrolls, and really the testament to where Elder Scrolls is really branching is where they announced the card game. Elder Scrolls card game.
Sounds neat.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. No Vita version, unfortunately. That's a little unfortunate. No, can't compete with Uncharted Flight for Fortune.
Oh no.
But it's Elder Scrolls expanding a little more. We want to see the success of online and even this card game because, like I always said, Elder Scrolls has large cachet to it, and I hope it can definitely expand more to it than it's just core games. So and Fallout's also doing that as well. We'll talk about that in a second, but yeah, we'll have to see. We only got like a small trailer. There was no gameplay. I don't think you really want gameplay of a card game.
And it. Well, again, because we're about to talk about it when we get to that Fallout one, but it is kind of weird that the Elder Scrolls card game's not ready. Like, I don't know, because it just seems like one of those things where you kind of announce it, like, here it is. Yeah. But it's like, no, it's coming in the fall, so it's like, well, it must be pretty extensive.
Yeah, it probably is. It probably requires some more testing, and just given the nature of its card game, and and also get approval from Apple and Android to get it on the store.
But yeah, like I said, really expanding the Elder Scrolls name brand, because now you got like I said, you got the main series, and you got the MMO on consoles, and now you're going to have the card game on iPhones and all that. But yeah.
Sounds neat. And now let's go over to what Arcane was working on.
Yes, Arcane.
Finally, we get this, even though it was leaked the day before, it's now official that Dishonored 2 is coming. And we got a neat little basically movie, not gameplay, unfortunately.
It's a Pixar animated film.
Yeah, it looked damn good as a movie. I'm like, wow, that's a good movie, guys. Good short film. But it seemed really interesting. You could play as both a male and female protagonist, which is pretty neat. I never had beaten Dishonored, unfortunately, so I don't really know how the story ends. But here you go. An opportunity has arisen that now the first game is now having a definitive edition, surprise, with everything. Yeah. I don't know if they had a price point on that one yet, but that is coming this fall. I would like it to be $30 at the most, but I don't know. And it'll be neat on PS4. I'll probably play it and get Dishonored.
So if you haven't played Dishonored, or if you have played Dishonored, you haven't played the definitive edition of that game.
No,
this is the one to play,
and you get all the DLC with it.
Yeah. The thing... Well, Dishonored 1 was free on PlayStation Plus, right?
Yes, at the time.
On PS3. Yes. I'm pretty sure I redeemed it. I don't know if I downloaded it.
So
I might go back and play it. We'll see. Because I never played Dishonored at all. Because Dishonored was a weird game for me, like, when it came out. Like, the reception I got from all the people who I know who've played it was really mixed. Either everyone said it was either so awesome and, like, the best thing they ever played, or it was just okay.
Just okay.
That was kind of it was like really weird. It was either it's the greatest thing ever or it's just okay. And so I never got around to playing. I was just kind of like whatever. But who knows? I might check out the first one since it was free on PlayStation Plus once we get a little closer. But yeah, it was kind of funny watching that little CG trailer because
it was basically
when they showed the because when they showed the female character, I was kind of like... So I didn't play the first one at all, so for all I know, I was like, oh, you're a female character in the first game?
No, you weren't.
Like, I don't know. I thought maybe that was a twist or something. Like, do a Metroid thing where you're like, oh, take off the mask. Oh, it was a female.
Yeah.
So I had no clue. But to me, like I said, I haven't played Dishonored, but just watching the trailer, it reminded me of Bioshock Infinite. It's like, oh, look, a crossbow and...
Oh, yeah, the world reminded me of Bioshock Infinite, and... I hate to draw comparisons to Dying Light here, but also the movement maybe reminded me of Dying Light and the parkour maybe. And I don't know if that's going to be like final in the actual game if you do parkour, but kind of reminded me of that a little bit. And I like the fantasy element. That's the thing about Dishonored. Dishonored is a very imaginative game, and definitely I liked its art style a lot, and I definitely want to go back to it once it arrives on PS4 later this year. And again, it's the same thing like Doom. There's not much to say on Dishonored 2, and that it's happening. It's happening, and
it's happening. Yeah,
it's coming.
And this game seems to be a bit further off, than all the other Bethesda games.
Yeah, considering there's no gameplay, but
there's no real gameplay, and they kind of just said when it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Where like the other ones that gave us, windows and all that.
Yeah, and at the beginning they did say, within the year. So maybe we could expect maybe Dishonored 2 maybe to come out maybe by the first half of 2016 or later if it gets delayed, possibly so, which it might will. So it might will. So Dishonored 2 is probably a ways off. So in that time, play the Definitive Edition as a custom.
Yeah.
But what else was there in between? So you already went over the card game of Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, but then after they showed,
what
was it? Dishonored 2, and I think after Dishonored 2, they were kind of like trying to pull that fake, like, oh, we're done.
Yeah, I know. Not cool.
And I'm like, I was thinking like, well, this is a short conference.
Yeah, it would rule record for like the shortest E3 conference.
Yeah, but I just love that everybody straight up booed them.
Yeah.
Because this is what we always joked about. Remember when we joked about like if Fallout 4 wasn't going to be announced at the Bethesda event?
And then I joke about, it focuses on Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah. But like, can you imagine if Fallout 4 wasn't revealed?
Things would be thrown. Things would be thrown.
Like,
physically thrown.
If Fallout 4 wouldn't have been announced beforehand, before that event, and we were waiting till that point just to get them to announce Fallout 4, like you said, people would have been throwing stuff.
Yeah, probably physically throwing things, which not would have been good. And the booing was one thing, which you don't hear too often at E3 conferences because it's, and plus fans go there, mind you, also, so they will have the right, but it's not really polite to do them there. But it's just that was a joke, probably a poor taste at that point because Fallout 4 was a long time coming. I'm like, don't be a Square Enix, don't be trolling. So it's like. It was a little bit,
That's what I'm saying.
Other than that,
that's what I'm saying. Like everybody knew something was up because, like, I'm just saying, like, it would have been 10 times worse if we wouldn't have seen Fallout 4 a week ago.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody would have gone nuts if you would trying to like hide Fallout 4 from us even at that point. Like,
but then Fallout 4 was already such a sacred item, and you already have so many promotional things about it, and then you had the app and everything. It's crazy. Too many people to trust.
That Fallout, when they finally did get to Fallout 4, it was a big thing. It was like a 40-minute segment, just them.
Yeah, was that around 40 minutes? Well, I lost all sense of time.
Because it was about 30. It was between 30 and 40 minutes. Because I remember looking at my phone when they said it was over, and I'm like, oh, you've only been on stage for about 45 minutes.
Well, then also to take into account when it was talking about the collector's edition, and then the app.
but I mean that's what I mean. The whole Fallout presentation, where you see all Fallout.
Oh yeah.
It's about 30, 40 minutes just talking about all the Fallout stuff.
Now that we're to Fallout, where do I begin?
So good.
All the other games that are going to precede this, after this game, is going to have a real tough time to even top this game.
Yeah, because
I don't see it's going to have to do something's going to have to either come that's a surprise, whether it be an indie game or a AAA game that either comes from Rockstar or Valve to even top this game.
Yeah.
So
I've always said this. Like, once they announced Fallout 4, it was going to be my most anticipated game of the year, and that was even before this event. Yeah. Just knowing that Fallout 4 was coming, it got me so excited. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be my most anticipated game of the year. I'm so excited for Fallout 4. And then we see it tonight. All the amazing stuff you can do. It's graphically advanced, got cool lighting, got this dynamic story presentation and all that.
And then one word, depth. Depth, which is very important nowadays in these kind of games that people want their depth, and just in about every aspect that I've seen in Fallout 4 so far has really advanced its elements. From other games that have came out that have not been Bethesda games, but I've been taking those and putting them in its Fallout, style and making them better.
Yeah,
which we've seen so far. Because now let's even go from the beginning here. The character creator,
Yeah.
was something, in Fallout 3, which was fine, but, at that point, now we had to see a revision of how the character creator was, because we've seen many other character creators come out from other games, and they've been kind of okay, and this character creator in Fallout 4 seems pretty cool. You get to make both of your parents, and whatever, however you make the parents look, and then when you have your baby, which is going to be you, that's what your character will look like, which is really neat. And then with the name, right, your bot will call any of the names that possibly might be in that database of the game, which
possibly,
but they grab like the most popular names, which is really a testament to how much probably voice acting is going to be on Fallout 4, which is going to be crazy. How many lines of dialogue?
I don't have a popular name.
Well, maybe it might be there. You never know. So
it reminds me of what game was it? It was like Buzz, the second Buzz game on PS3.
Oh yeah,
they had like a database of names in there, and it's like you go through and they got Cody in there, but I'm like, they don't have Cody. But I'm like, close enough, I guess.
And then NBA 2K also touts that kind of system, and it's nice to see it here in Fallout 4. It's a little more immersive, which is really cool.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really I'm really enthralled by how the game begins, because it was really hard to have something like in Fallout 3, like even kind of, not top it, because the beginning of Fallout 3 is what it is. I mean, you were born, and then you were raised from childbirth in the vault. But this time around, you get to play before the bombs fell, which is really cool. And now it seems like the events of this game are in congruency with Fallout 3. So they kind of happen at the same time.
I guess so.
So, which, I mean, even though your character makes decisions and it's different.
I mean, it gives the story an excuse to still have like the Conclave involved and all that. Because don't you spoilers? But I don't know. Don't you kill them all in Fallout 3 or something?
You annihilate most of them.
Annihilate most of them. There you go. But this would give them an excuse to kind of still have them present.
Yes. And which is really cool. And I'm really excited, just like the beginning of the game, even though they want to spoil it. So I was very happy that they kept the cards close to their chest on that one, not giving story details, which was great. It was really just describing how the game mechanics of the game have been pushed forward since Fallout 3 has come out, and really taking liberties from other games and RPGs that have come out and open world games, and seeing, okay, we could maybe take it from this kind of game and that kind of game, and let's put it in Fallout and even make it better. And that's what was astounding, and that's why I think that any other game that tries to come out is not going to top Fallout 4. And then probably the biggest thing that wowed me about Fallout 4, out of anything else, is that you could play the game like a shooter. Like a full-on shooter.
You can aim down the sights.
The non-VATS is no longer going to suck. That was the thing that made it for me. I'm going to be happy now to not use VATS for every single time I enter in combat. It's going to make combat more fluid, more fun, and more engaging.
Yeah. And it's like you said, too, a lot's changed since Fallout 3 came out, as far as the game landscape and stuff.
Yeah, so many games have come out and that have taken, its elements and even made them better in their own right in those games. And Bethesda now takes them from those kind of games, whether it be the dialogue tree system from Mass Effect or Telltale games, and putting that in Fallout. And from what we've seen right there, the success is phenomenal. Nowadays, even if you had that now we can already say dated system in Fallout 3 where your character didn't speak and you just had a list. Now it's subjects of what you want to say, and it's it's more dynamic. And so it could possibly even be better than the BioWare games in that regard. We don't know that. It maybe until we get our hands on the game and see how that actually works. But to what I've seen so far, it looks like that. And I'm excited to see how that works, especially how you actually get to change the story and how you interact with characters, which is really awesome.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. One thing they kind of stress too, they're nothing is restricted or scripted. You're not locked in. You can talk to somebody and then just run away.
Yeah, that's
or
because Fallout 3 time stopped when you talk to people.
Yeah, but like no, you can run away. He talks to somebody, run away. You can kill him. You can kill people
Yeah.
just right there on the spot.
It's that open-endedness that Fallout 3 that people loved in Fallout 3. So it returns here, and there's even more open-endedness.
Yeah, that's what I loved about Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was crazy. Like they had the like when you go to Megaton in Fallout 3, they had the sheriff or whatever.
You can kill him if you want.
You can kill him, or he can die in a mission. And when he dies, his son's the new sheriff, and it's like,
it's dynamic.
Yeah, it's dynamic. So they're gonna have more of that in Fallout 4, and it's great. And like I said, they're borrowing the RPG elements from like Mass Effect stuff. You got the tree, or like the way you talk and your voice acted character.
Mm-hmm.
But then now they're including, now there's this crafting system. So now it's kind of like almost like a Minecraft thing, kind of where it's like, I just want to collect stuff and build things, so you can build your own little house and you can build a whole town and connect, build energy stuff and get people to live in your town. You can protect your town and. Do all this cool stuff.
Yeah, it's all pretty overwhelming. But, I mean, it sounds like something, given at the time that you're going to play that game, it's something that you would maybe want to take liberties with. Like, this world is pretty crummy. What if I make a place that I really want to, like, live in and kick it? And that's pretty awesome. I like that element a lot.
Mm-hmm. And, I just want to see how it goes. And they said, like, because this might not be what people want. And they said like you can totally not do this if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like the game.
They have some. They already have some ones made in there in the world that you can go to and reside in, which is really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't require you to build and manage your own town. Like that's just a feature in there. Because I know some people might not want that. They might just want to keep exploring. Because that's one thing. Like I think it's cool, but it's one of those things where I kind of don't want to feel confined to one spot because I want to explore.
Yeah,
I want to keep exploring the wasteland or whatever.
And it's a very key important thing in Fallout 4 that there's even more things where it advances for Fallout 3 because in Fallout 3, you were able to pick up loot and some of it was just like useless junk, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? In Fallout 4, just about everything you can use.
Yep.
So everything has a purpose, which was a key part there, which was very important. And in that, what we saw was like any other kind of item that you have, you can take and put it into your fort, or like use it in crafting items. And given that there's like freaking 700 possibilities with the weapons, which is insane.
Just mods and parts. And
stuff. The mods and parts, which is crazy. And I'm excited to see what the possibilities are from there. So it even gives more, customizability, if that's even a word. I love that in the back of the box. To the game, and that's fantastic. It lends creativity, which is good. A lot of games are missing that, and I'm glad to see it here in Fallout 4.
So, it all sounds great. It is becoming that what they call it, post-apocalyptic simulator.
Oh yeah,
like we're really getting to that point.
Yeah. All you need is if possibility if it was going to be on a VR headset, but that's not going to happen. But
But yeah, it all looks great, and like I said, seeing all those new elements and stuff, the creating and all that.
Yeah, it was all fantastic. Especially even when you had the concept art in the beginning before they showed the actual gameplay, like seeing how far it's come and like where they had an idea of like how much denser they wanted the environments to be than Fallout 3. Because you get down to it, Fallout 3 was pretty barren, which can't criticize that because that's the way the game is designed and the story is. But Fallout 4 has a lot more going on to it. It's more dense. There's more things to do. And
yeah. Oh, and here's another thing too I noticed too that is going to be different from Fallout 3. Like with Fallout 3, one thing in that game was that no matter what you were wearing as far as armor, you still moved at the same speed unless you're like over and crumbled,
Oh, but that seems like it's going to change depending on what kind of armor.
Yeah, it changed in this game because now there's a whole dynamic to the power armor.
Yeah. Like if you're wielding that Brotherhood of Steel armor, you're going to move differently.
Yeah, you move differently. Like you're freaking Iron Man.
Yeah, and the HUD is different.
Yeah, the HUD's different. You like you said, even your little Pip-Boy, you look like freaking Mark I Iron Man on your Pip-Boy little image or whatever.
Oh yeah, so then we'll talk about the Pip-Boy in a second, but
but yeah, I mean it's really cool that they're kind of bringing that like an extra dynamic to the power armor.
Mm-hmm. Make it feel a little bit more different. Fallout 3 made it look boring. You were just the same character, it didn't matter. It's just a different skin, and you had different armor abilities.
But it kind of makes you wonder how's it going to work. Like, is it going to be like is it going to be like fully Iron Man? Do I press a button and like flies in and like I can like equip it?
Well, I thought you could fly.
Not fly. Well, you can jetpack. with it.
Oh, jetpacks? Well, yeah, it seemed like you.
Jetpack on
It seemed like you could go up in the air, but I don't know if you could like full on fly from
No,
one
but I
end to
mean,
the
like,
other.
what's the mobility of it? Like, oh, it's at my house, so I can't equip it now, even though I just ran into a Deathclaw. Or is it like, well, I mean, go back to my house, equip it, run back here, but then you're so slow in it, you don't want to stay in it forever, so you want to hop out of it. But then it's like, oh, well, if I leave it right here, do I have to come back for it? I don't know. I just wonder what the accessibility of your power armor is going to be.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's something that you could just simply carry like you used to.
Yeah, because you kind of like, like it's like Iron Man. It opens at the back, and you kind of just like hop in it.
Yeah, no, it was like Iron Man, huh?
Yeah, and they said too, like your armor is fully customizable, just like your weapons. You can do all kind of custom parts and mods and stuff, and like you can paint it. Because I saw they had like little flames on the armor.
Yeah.
And when they were going through, so I'm like, dude, people are gonna be making freaking Hulkbuster armors. They're gonna paint it red and gold.
In the mods, well, yeah, in the regular console game, it would be just painted. But like, I imagine mods, like you would have a full-on Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sweet. And then, now to the Pip-Boy, which is a very important part of the game, and now they're making it more lively because you look at that thing a lot, and now, Pip-Boy's animated and all that stuff, which looks really cool. It's more dynamic.
Oh, yeah. You see it more like, you see your wrist move as you're kind of operating it. You see him like flicking the switches and stuff as you're flipping through the menus.
Now, I wonder if they specified, does that pause the game?
I would... I don't know.
Because here's another thing, because VATS, of course, returns, and VATS seemed to only slow down time.
Yeah.
It didn't make things completely stop.
Yeah, because that's
I think, that's fine. It maybe makes you not have an over-reliance on it, but yeah, that was something. I mean, yeah, VATS does not completely stop time this time around.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Like, but they did say that when they were showing it. Like, we know you spend a lot of time, in your inventory managing things, but like... And I know they want to make it more lively, but like I don't know if they can make it to where like, oh look, I'm moving, but like time is frozen around me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might, but I don't know. I just don't know if they would want to do that to you, like because they know you're gonna be managing your inventory a lot.
Yeah, and then what if I want to switch a weapon?
Yeah, so I don't know. It might actually pause. Like you might see your hand moving, but like everything around you kind of stops.
Yeah, I would take it.
But we'll see, because I just don't know if they would want to do that to you, like. Have enemies constantly attack you while you're trying to manage your inventory.
Yeah, no, it'd be cheap. Like, I want to get my health kit, and I want to switch my weapon.
Yeah. But, yeah, and then at least the other thing they showed off, the awesome Pip-Boy edition, the collector's edition.
Yeah, which it looks really neat.
It comes with a custom Pip-Boy. You, like, pop that thing open, you can, like, pop your phone into it.
Uh-huh.
And then you can download the app, and then it's projected on your screen, so you can like fully operate your Pip-Boy on your wrist, and it just connects to the game. So as you're operating your Pip-Boy in real life, it's actually working in the game. And I'm like, this thing is amazing. Like, I'm going to pre-order this once the pre-orders go live for it.
Dang, I wonder how much it's going to cost.
I don't know how much I see. I see around $100.
$100? No, I see that thing at around 120. No, not 150. That's a big gap. I say maybe. I say 150.
150.
150 for that.
Maybe.
Thing.
We'll see.
And that should be a detriment to you because Fallout 4 is a game that you probably pay $400 for.
Yeah, I mean, I want that Pip-Boy, man. I want that Pip-Boy. It's awesome. It works. Put your phone in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can operate the game with it. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that all looked great, and you also have your dog companion, which you can control, which maybe I'll do, but I don't know if I'll maybe really use the dog too much. He seemed helpful, even though he got himself some trouble with those like little creature things.
Are you going to name your dog Max?
Oh yeah, Max is very important. Max. See, he's going to be an important dog, Max. Mm-hmm. But. Oh jeez, and then we had the iPhone app, which at the time that you're listening to this was released yesterday night. It's currently downloading to my phone right now. Fallout Shelter.
Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, and it's already up on the App Store.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked interesting. I wanted to know if you maybe knew if it specifies if you maybe get any in-game rewards for Fallout 4 for it, but I doubt it. It would be nice. That's just
they did stress too at the Bethesda thing. They got the Bethesda.net thing that's supposed to connect all the games together.
Right.
So maybe,
Uh-huh.
but I doubt it.
Oh. But it seemed interesting. It's something that maybe Bethesda wanted to get into space for a very long time. So maybe it might be good, maybe it might be bad. I don't know.
It's free.
It's free. There's nothing
So,
really to lose.
yeah.
So it's also on Android as well. And
Yep. And
with that, Fallout 4
but
looks fantastic.
yes.
Globally.
And
Yeah,
it is coming out this year.
it is coming out this year.
Because, there's been speculation like, is it coming out this year? Maybe, maybe not. And they confirmed it's coming November 10th, 2015, this year.
When does Black Ops 3 come out?
November 6th, 4 days before.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's the thing. But Fallout 4 comes out on a Tuesday. So they're not going for that like Friday launch like what Skyrim had.
Yeah. I don't think Fallout 4 launches on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it does. November 10th is a Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, it is.
As I'm saying, they're not doing the Friday thing like Skyrim did.
Bummer.
But yeah, it's 4 days after Call of Duty. I think that's what happened with Skyrim. I think Skyrim came out the same week as a Call of Duty.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. At that time, it was Black Ops. No, it was Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
So,
But I know where my priority is. I know which one of those games I want.
yeah, it's probably gonna be Fallout 4 instead. I mean, I'm pretty sure once if people buy both Call of Duty and pretty sure you're gonna have the online multiplayer drop quite a bit once Fallout 4 comes out. So, um, yeah, I'm already calling it call it. This is probably game of the show at E3 already. I mean, yeah, we'll get stuff at E3 that will wow us. We still have yet to, we'll see probably more Uncharted 4, correct? And other games that we know we're big fans of and are going to look fantastic. We'll probably also see more Rock Band 4, which we're also hotly anticipating. And,
Yes, Rock Band 4.
And possibly, other Sony exclusives. We can't count those out, but it's gonna have to take a lot to do to even do it. It's gonna have to take a lot. I know it's hard to compare because Fallout 4 is a large open world game, but in terms of actually really moving multiple genres of games forward, I think Fallout 4 probably does that in spades, probably possibly more than anything else that will be announced tomorrow. And I hate to already assume that, but that's gonna have to take a lot. And Fallout 4 does that the most in spades. So I highly doubt I'm gonna see. Whether it be, it's gonna have to take a game from Valve, Rockstar, or something like you're not even gonna see those two companies in E3 probably. So it's unlikely. You're not unless a god game comes from the sky somehow to E3 and bam, here's Portal 3, here's Half-Life 3. That's not gonna happen. Or GTA 6. That isn't gonna happen. So. Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing too. When it comes down to when people say, "Oh, what was the game of the show?" and I'm like, "Here's the problem I have with that."
What's the problem with the game of the show?
Okay, last year, I remember a lot of people said their game of the show was Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 was game of the show for 3 years in a row.
Yeah, that's the thing, because the game wasn't I like to pick one that's coming out that year. Mm-hmm. That's what I like to do because that's what was kind of annoying me. Witcher 3's game of the show. So everybody was putting it over something like Dragon Age, which is another big RPG. But that actually did come out in 2014.
Yeah.
Where Witcher came out in 2015. So when I go for when I wanted to say what's the game of the show, I kind of want to pick one that is in 2015. Mm-hmm. Because that's the one we're playing this year.
Yeah.
Where 2016 is going to be well, it's far off, and then by that point we'll be seeing 2017 games, and
and
so
we're probably going to see spectacular Sony and Microsoft first party games tomorrow, and those are going to look great as well. But they might be a ways off. Maybe some will be in this calendar year, but some of those are going to be a ways off. And I just like to really lend praise to Fallout 4 and that the fact that it's really going to. They're not going to benefit from having that long preview cycle that all these other games are probably going to have because they're probably, Fallout 4 has been in hiding for a while, but now today was the day to really show off the game. And, there's no benefit to, really drag out that game until, mid-2016. It's the time to put it out. So, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, which is great. So, Fallout 4...
Yeah, and I do really like the way Bethesda did their conference. It was just really kind of casual and kind of really forward on what is the fans' expectations of us. You know, like they came out and said, yes, we know we hid Fallout 4 from you for a while, you know, like denying it or whatever, you know, and we don't want you guys to wait too much longer. That's why we're putting it out this year. Or, you know, they acknowledge that, yeah, it does sound kind of like a gimmick, the Fallout, the Pip-Boy app thing, but hey, it's going to be cool, you know?
Yeah, it's actually going to make the experience, actually complement the experience, because it's really taking shots at EA and Ubisoft, because what they put out so far has been garbage. So it's nice to see maybe Bethesda actually taking liberties with that and actually making it better than other game companies, which is really key. And maybe because we'll probably get some garbage Just Dance compliment app that gets announced tomorrow at the Ubisoft conference, which I'm not even gonna waste my breath on if that gets announced during this time. But but
yeah, like I said, I think we covered the Bethesda event.
Yeah, that's about all of the Bethesda event. Fallout 4 looks more than fantastic.
Yes,
it's
amazing.
It's going to and then Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out. It's a tough one.
It's a tough one, man. But we'll see. But yeah, like our plan though for the rest of this, well, I don't want to say week, but really it's gonna be kind of done tomorrow as far as presentations. Because what we plan on doing, we said we're doing this Bethesda one right now. By the time you're hearing this, it'll probably be Monday morning. This will be uploaded. So we're probably gonna have this uploaded Monday morning, and then we're going to try to do one for the EA and Ubisoft one. We'll just watch both of those and kind of just go over those two together.
Right.
And then we are going to do another episode after the Sony event, and that Sony event will probably just be our whole official episode 21, because our Bethesda show we're doing right here and our EA Ubisoft one are going to be kind of like bonus special episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
But then the Sony one will be our official 21st episode, and that will probably. Yeah, we might just upload it early. We'll probably record that Monday night and just have it upload Tuesday. Not wait till Wednesday or Thursday, you know. Gotta hit the iron while it's hot. I mean, there's no point, if we record it Monday night and then we're like, oh, wait till Thursday.
Right.
To upload it. Might as well just upload it Monday night or Tuesday morning, whatever. So, but yeah, that's all for our plan. So yeah, so hopefully we'll have 3 episodes within the next 24 hours.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So yeah, it's gonna be crazy, but yeah. So with that, this has been the PSBS going over the Bethesda E3 conference presentation, whatever they want to call it.
Now, if anyone has any questions about Fallout 4 that maybe we can answer in the future, you can always contact me on the PSN.
Yes.
Which I really prefer. And I'll just probably gush over the gameplay and watch it some more on YouTube.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, with that, this has been the PSBS going over Bethesda. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon, because we'll have another episode out within an hour, a few hours after you probably seeing this.
Yes, very soon.
Yeah, soon. So, all right, like I said, with that, this has been the PSBS, and